Dear viewers, you are welcome, all of you, to a new episode, new version of ECO events from Sudanese ECO platform. This is analysis to some news during the week. It is a weekly episode. This week we are going to pass over three topics that I think most important in this week. The first one is the meeting of Security and Defense Council held last Sunday, presided by General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and some leaders who are concerning about the security and defense in the country. It is very important that this meeting to be held in these days, because there is many events which need defense and need more security in the country. In the meeting, they have passed over the situation in Sudan, security, and all splits of many things, and also they passed over the victories of the armed forces in West Darfur, Kordofan, and also North Kordofan. This topic is very important because it gives the armed forces the power that to have its strategy and to go over in order to liberate all the territory of the country. The council have been informed about all these persons who are responsible of these battles, and they have get acquainted of the victories and the strategy in the coming week. It is also said a praise to the armed forces which have achieved these achievements in the field and have graded the martyrs of the armed forces and the supported forces, and having a good to those who are now the victim of war and the lost and the arrested people to come back. And statements have been published after this meeting, and there is a decision, very important, have been taken. The first decision is to prevent and prohibit all the military vehicles to go over the mining areas. And this will have a punishment if they are violating this decision. The Minister of Mine, Nur al-Daim, have applauded this step and said that he will cooperate as a minister with all the authorities to control the circulation of this military to the mine. This step have been taken because there is a violation. There is some of the armed forces, they have quit their work really and absorbed all their time in the mining. So they have to separate between their job in the military area and the investment in mining in this area. This first thing. The second thing, they have also made a sort of troubles to those who are working in this, because they have ported an armed uniform and have military car, and also they have arm. So this can also create a sort of panic within those who are working in this. The second decision which have been taken is the formation of anti-smuggling court and tribunal against the smuggling of gold, smuggling of drug, and also the trade of human factor. So this also it is very important because they want to control this smuggling and to control also the economic of the country, because these malpractices have it is negative aspect on the economic of the country. The smuggling of gold and the smuggling also of other or drug, this can threaten the society of many problems and troubles. The Security and Defense Council have many organs and bodies to implement this decision during the coming period, and we hope that these decisions have been implemented in order to protect the country from any lapses and any splits and any security hazards. The second topic for this week is the National Committee for the Economic Management. It is a committee which has been formed lately by the Prime Minister, Dr. Kamil Idris, and held its first meeting. The formation of this committee is from all ministers in the economic sector during the cabinet. Besides that, they have the responsible of the standards and metrology organization, the stock market responsible, and the custom and taxes organization. All these group, they have been a member of this committee because they are responsible of the economic of Sudan. The committee have held its meeting and passed over the situation, mainly the economic situation and the question of the pricing exchange, the deterioration of the price, the exportation and importation, and also the smuggling of gold, smuggling of many things, and the irrationalization of the resources, which can be one of the very important factors to support the national economic. The committee have many objectives. I think it is objectives of leading the whole economy of the country. Firstly, the international and external trades. This one of the responsible of the Ministry of Commerce, and also the investment for those who are coming from outside and those who are inside Sudan. This is also very important. And also responsible for the exchange of money and controlling the price and the exchange of money. This one of the very important factor to stop the deterioration of money. But we have to go over this committee. As we know, there is a committee, economic committee within the cabinet, headed by Dr. Jibril Ibrahim, Minister of Finance. And I think there is a sort of duplication of the work of this committee with the committee which led by Dr. Jibril. It is very important to unify the efforts and to find a sort of coordination and to avoid any sort of duplication of work within the cabinet. This is the first step of the success of any committee can be formed. Otherwise, I think we will be faced by many problems, and the problem of the economic cannot be solved unless we put a very great attention to the production, to the exportation, the importation, to strengthen also the financially, the fiscal and the monetary policies in the country. I think this committee not go ahead unless it has a sort of coordination and mechanism to find out ways in order to stop all the deterioration of the economic. The third topic in this episode is the military troubles and clashes which is happening in Kauda in South Kordofan lately. Going back to the history of this town, Kauda, it is historically a town which has been dominated by the rebel Abdelaziz Al-Hilu, and lately by also the rebel, the RFS, after the support and the coordination between the two. Abdelaziz Al-Hilu have been nominated as a deputy president of so-called Ta'sis Authority. So he is one of the rebel which can work here and there. There is military troubles by the tribe of Otoro against Shawaya, and the conflict has come as a result of the support of Al-Hilu to the rebel at the expense of the state itself. So they are breaking down prisons and liberated more than 100 prisoners from Kauda, and also have burning houses and have violating and also committed a very hard crime inside the town. This is a problem of the rebel itself, because Abdulaziz Al-Hilu have no any interest to establish peace in this area. So I think the conflict now is within the rebels themselves, the Liberation Committee by Abdulaziz Al-Hilu and also the rebel of Dagalu, and these tribes have protested this situation. The situation now is very deteriorating in Kauda town, but I think the armed forces can get a benefit from this interior conflict and launch many bombardment against those rebels in this area in order to stop any sort of domination to Kauda or other parts in South Kordofan. Dear viewers, this is the end of our episode, our version for this week. Thank you for following us. Our meeting will be the second week in the same episode from Sudanese Echo platform. Thank you for following, and goodbye.